Thank you for attending our Medicaid billing brush up for therapists. My name is Amy Geyer with the Medicaid billing department. Today I'm just going to go through and show you a couple new things that is available for you as a provider, and just run through the website and just show you what to do. There is a question box if anybody has any questions on your panel here. If you want to type in your questions, and I can answer those at the end of the broadcast. Right now, I wanted to show you one of the new things with Greenbush. We do have a web page now that has a lot of information on there. If you go under www.greenbush.org, it'll be under Administrators, Special Education Services, and Medicaid Billing. This is our website here. You can log in directly from this website to CompuClaim, or you can just log in from just the actual CompuClaim website. This is just a lot of information on this website. Here's all of our contact information here at the Medicaid department. There's also information regarding the upcoming webinars. The webinar today is posted on here. On your left-hand side, there is information if you're from an LEA or if you're an early childhood provider. Here are your provider manuals through Kansas Medicaid. So if ever you want to download the information and look to make sure you're billing everything that you possibly can, you can download these and just review the information. Down here at the bottom on the right, there's provider tutorials. So if you ever forget how to do something and you just want to brush up, you can go to any 4 of these links. It's a YouTube video, and it's about 4 minutes, and it'll show you how to manage your caseload, how to enter your services, how to edit your logs, and how to review your logs. So just good information here. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you our site. This is our demo site, so all the information on here is not real. So let me go ahead and log in. When you log in, your client ID is always Greenbush with a capital G. I'm going to log in as an occupational therapist just to show you the website. When you first log in, on the left-hand side there's an announcements page. This is to communicate anything with you directly if something has changed. We did update our website last Thursday to allow multi-day service entries and also your group provider sessions. You can enter those now during the logging service. We did post that on the website to let you know. If we need to communicate anything, it'll be here on the announcements page. Of course, when you log in, here's your caseload. These are the kids that you've actually attached to yourself to enter a service log. They do have to be attached to you to enter any type of service log. Black bold means that they're Medicaid eligible. The regular font means that we do not have a Medicaid number on those students. To add a student to your caseload, you just go under Manage Caseload. And right now it's showing 299. It'll show however many students we have in your district. You can widen. Right now it's showing 10 students per page. You can do 50 students per page, and it'll give you a wider list. And simply to add somebody to your caseload, you just click Add. Or if you'd like to take somebody off your caseload that you're no longer going to be documenting on, you would just simply hit Remove. You can search for a student by their last name, their first name, or their state student ID. If you click here in the middle, it only shows students on my caseload. When you do that, your numbers will change. It'll show number of students listed as 20. These are the kids that you've actually clicked Add on that Manage Caseload option. So if you just want to go through and remove students off your caseload, just simply click Remove, and they'll fall off, and it'll show 19 now. Now if you do go in here and you're trying to search for a student to add them to your caseload, and this box is checked, it's only going to pull the students that are attached to your caseload. So make sure this box is unchecked when you want to do a general search, and it'll pull up the number of students we have listed in your district. When you go back to home, you can see the students that you've added. If you'd like to just do a log on one student, you can click their name from here. It's going to show all the logs that you've entered on that student. To enter a new log, you would go to Logging Calendar. And it does default to the current month that we're in. So if you need to enter services for July or any previous months, you just simply click the back button, and it'll let you do that. And right now, here's your student's name and their date of birth. You would just click this box here, make sure it's checked. If that's the day that you had seen the student, you click Next, and it's going to pull you to your service log. Again, a service log is something that we will send to the state of Kansas to be billed for services as long as we have the doctor's prescription or the parent consent. A non-billable entry is if maybe you're a LEA provider and you want to document that you have spoken with other providers. You can document that here under non-billable entry. Student absent means the student's not there. Student not available, this could be that the student is at school and maybe they were at the pumpkin patch, so the student was there at school but they had other things to do. You can do provider absent or provider not available. So make sure you click service log. It'll show your date of service here. You would select the code that applies to you. If you're a speech provider, you're going to have your speech codes. If you're an occupational therapist, you're going to have your occupational therapy codes and so on. Make sure you do your start time, AM or PM, and your end time, AM or PM. You do have to select a progress that applies to that visit. So it's either not applicable, maintain, regression, minimal improvement. And of course, if you're an LEA provider, it'll be in the school. If you're an early childhood provider, it'll either be 12, which is home, or 99 other. Other could be like a daycare. So if we're an LEA provider, we'll just click school. And here's where you're going to enter your comments of what you did with that student and how the student responded. When you get an audit from Medicaid, they look at basically your interaction with the student and how that student responded. So you don't have to write a book in this section as long as you have that interaction and response in here. So I'm just going to put in tracing name with stencils, starting to trace words but needs assistance. And that's what we did with the student and how the student responded. You click Save Service Log, and you know it's going to say because it'll pull you back to the calendar and there's your log. Let's say that you have several services that you need to enter for Natalie for the month. You would just simply click the days. You would hit Next. And if you look down here, it's showing one of 3. So you can pre-fill if you've already entered services for that month and maybe you see the student the same time every week. You can just hit pre-fill. It's going to pre-fill your code, your time in and time out, your progress, and your location. You can change any one of these. Here's where you will enter your comments. And let's just say, since we're on the demo site, we're just going to go ahead and put the same information in, just so you can see that you can page through the days if you have multiple days that you want to enter on one student. So we have one of 3. If we hit Save Service Log, it brings me now to August 4th. You can do the same thing. It's going to populate the code, your time in, time out, and also populates your notes, so you don't have to enter your notes again. If that's correct, you'll just hit Save Service Log. Now it's going to populate to August 5th, to that last day that you had entered. So it's showing 3 of 3, so it's showing 100% complete. If I don't want to add anything to my notes, I'll just hit Save Service Log, and it's going to show the days that I selected, the logs that I entered on that student. If you want to do, if you do group sessions with multiple students, you can go to Wizards, Service Log by Student Wizard. You can either select all or just select the students that were in that group, or maybe if you want to add several logs on just a list of students, you hit Next. You'll check the day that maybe you had the group service done, and make sure you check this group service up here and hit Next. And if you look down here at the bottom, it's showing 1 of 4. So you would select your group therapy code, your time in and time out, make sure you do AM or PM, your progress again. If you're an LEA provider, it'll be school. You enter your notes. You hit Save Service Log, and if you look, it brought us up to the next student that you selected. So if you have multiple students in a group, if you select all of their names, they're going to populate here, and the notes will populate as well. So if you need to add more notes for this student, you can. If not, you just hit Save Service Log, and it's going to bring you back to the next student. Same code, same time in and time outs. You hit Save Service Log. This will be the last student, and then you hit Save Service Log, and then you're complete. So it actually entered service logs for all of those students for the 11th. If you need to go in and edit a service log, let's say that you've entered the wrong time or maybe the wrong code, you can go to Edit Service Logs, enter the student's last name and first name, or you can just hit Search. If it brings something up, then you can just simply click the Edit button, enter your notes here, and then hit Save Service Log. If you need to delete the log, just simply click Delete, and it'll take that log off of your account. If you go try to do a search and nothing pulls up on this page, that means that we've already billed that to the state of Kansas, to Medicaid. So you can just simply contact us here at Greenbush, and we can go through and recoup any money or change anything that we need to change on your end once it's already been billed. And again, my name is Amy Geyer. My email is amy.geyer, G-E-I-E-R, @greenbush.org. Or you can call our 888 number. It's 888-654-8701. And again, that's if you need us to change something on your end. If your log does not pull up anymore here, that's when you would contact us, and we can recoup that through the state. To look at some reports, you do have a logging summary report. This report will default to the current month that we're in. And you can also select a particular student. If you want to look at all the students that you've logged on, you would simply just click All. If you want to look at a whole year, you would also select All over here. When you click Run Report, it's showing 120 rows returned. So what you can do to look at those is this plus sign over here on the left-hand side. Just simply click that, and it's going to pull up all the logs that you've entered on that student. It'll show your type, your service date, the service, your description of the service, the duration you're with the student, the progress, and here's all of your comments. Another report that you have access to is a detailed student report. Again, it defaults to the current month that you're in, so you can look at it month by month, or if you want to look at a whole year, you can. You can enter the start date, the end date, and again, you can select a particular student. If you click Run Report, showing page 1 of 28. So here's the student's name, and it'll show the date of service, and then that the student was absent. Or if you page through it here, it's going to show your service type, your time in and time out, the duration you're with the student, here's your progress over here, and then also any comments that you've entered on that log. You can print this, or you can save it to your desktop. The last report is a monthly student log report. You can just do this month by month. This is more of an attendance report. The only thing this report does is it populates your caseload, the kids that you've actually attached to yourself. So what you could do is you could print this off, and if you want to keep track, that you had saw Ashley on the 1st, you would just write in 30 minutes there, or however long you're with that student, just to keep track for your records. Again, a lot of our providers do not use this, but it is there for you if you want to keep some sort of attendance report. Again, if you forget where you're at, just always click Home. That'll bring you back to your caseload. Black bold means they're Medicaid eligible. Regular font means that we do not have a Medicaid number for them. We do also have information under our Help menu here, some provider tutorials, to basically YouTube videos again to explain to you certain things. Maybe in case you forget, you can locate them here on our Help menu as well. Wizards is where you'll enter your documentation, either a service log, or you can go in and edit your service logs. And then reports. You have 3 reports: a logging summary report, detailed student report, and a monthly student log report. And that's basically it. Does anybody have any questions? If you have questions, you can enter them here on your control panel. Okay, it doesn't look like we have any questions. Again, my name's Amy Geyer. My email is amy.geyer, G-E-I-E-R, at greenbush.org. If you have any questions, please email me or give us a call at 888-654-8701. And thank you for attending the Medicaid Billing Brush Up for Therapists today.